Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And of course we're here for the tournament!
Well, yes.
Yes, and My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
All that. Yes. Okay, guys, we want to clarify something really quickly. Jacob and I, after the video was over, we thought about the bet that we made for Todoroki's obvious burn scar.
Right. He thinks it's a burn. I think it's not a burn.
And we made a bet on it in the previous video, but we're upgrading it and tell them how we're upgrading it.
So we're adding a slap onto each side of the bet. So if Caleb is right and it is a burn, then I give him $5 and he gets to slap me in the face. If I'm right and it is anything other than a burn, then I get to sit on his side for a week and I get to slap him in the face.
Yeah. So it's the slap bet from How Much Your Mother?
Yes, right.
Yeah, that whole thing.
But only one slap.
Only one slap. That's true. That's it's a very distinct difference there.
Yes.
It's funny because I've only seen like clips of that show. I haven't even seen that much of it.
It was a funny running gag they had though.
Yeah. All right. So with this we are getting into the strategy.
Right.
Yes.
That's the name of the episode. So
and we're right. They're going to be formulating teams based around strategic combinations and stuff.
Right. Which will be very cool because a lot of times
we came up with a lot of ideas as to how it would work too.
But also like a lot of times in shonen or something like that, it ends up being and maybe this is just in the bad shonen, but it ends up just being who's the strongest, who's the most powerful, right? And that's all that matters.
Right.
Things like but actual strategy and tactics and stuff like that, because people have different powers, that never really comes into play. So it'll be very cool to see this.
All right, so let's get right into it and find out whose strategy is the best. Yeah. The terror. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It's a very similar feeling.
Except now they're looking up to him.
Yes, that's true. Yes, good. He understands it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They brought that up immediately.
Yep.
Ah.
振り当てられたポイントの合計が牙のポイントとなり、騎手はそのポイント数が表示された鉢巻きを終了までに鉢巻きを奪い合い、保持ポイントを競うのよ。
Oh, dang, that's
okay.
鉢巻きは首から上に巻くこと。取りまくれば取りまくるほど管理が大変になるわよ。そして重要なのは、鉢巻きを取られても、また牙が崩れても、アウトにはならないってところ。
15 minutes.
Right.
Which means there's going to be like a meta game as things shift around.
And one of the things I like is that they make each person's point total be the total for the team. This also means it's reinforcing for the good people to not have as many people on their team.
Right.
Because it makes there be less points in play. Wow, only 15 minutes to build teams? Dang.
Everyone wants to. In the invisible world.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Of course he did. Weird hair. And yeah.
どうせ騎士やるだろう。そんならおめえの爆発に耐えられる前牙は誰だ?
That's intelligent.
He's like, that's actually smart.
違うけどそう。効果の俺さ。絶対ブレねえ馬だ。取るんだろ? 1000万.
He's speaking my language.
the super manly dude and the not manly dude. Oh. He can cover up for Minetta's weakness.
Yep, no one wants you.
They might do it! Oh, darn. Okay.
轟くんやかっちゃんと違って個性もちゃんと見せてないから信用もない。
Right. Uh-huh.
Yay! Okay.
前ゆえに超狙われるけど。
ガン逃げしたらデク君勝つじゃん。
Yeah.
それ過信してる気がするよ、うららかさん。
するさ。何より仲いい人とやった方がいい。
Aww. Heart squeeze.
いや、直視できないくらいうららかで。
Oh, that's such a sweet way to put it, too.
ありがとう。チームを組むならなるべく意思疎通がスムーズにできる人が望ましいもの。
Oh, let's see.
They didn't even say anything. Yeah.
うららかさんで馬を作る。そんでうららかさんの個性で僕と飯田君を軽くすれ
Oh,
ば
they just
機動性は抜
go
群。
around.
Sure. Just be lightning fast, yeah.
フィジカルが強い人がいいけど。
Yes, that was my point. We need a strong person.
とにかく逃げ切りを可能にする策はこんぐらいしか。さすがだ。
Yeah, because they don't actually need to overpower people. They just need to be fast enough to get their band. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yep, you're right. You're right. Yep.
Good job, bro.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would be this, too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It just makes sense.
バクゴー君や轟君だけじゃない。
Oh, that kind of hurts, but
Yeah.
don't take it too hard.
Yep.
君に
Deku.
挑戦する。
Oh, that's a team.
Shoot!
that's a
Oh,
team.
Todoroki got a kick-ass team.
全員敵。
Okay.
そうだ。僕は今。
Okay. So that's Bakugo and Todoroki's team. What are the remaining teams?
やはりいいですね。目立ちますもん。私と組みましょう。1位の人。
Hey, she also has maneuverability.
発明メイン。
But also, she was kind of stealing his attention.
Yeah.
Oh, one more?
固まっちゃってるか。
Who's left?
そこはいい。
Invisible girl.
牙に足りない。
No, that doesn't make sense.
I know, yeah, she'll
They need a
stick-
strong person. Like someone with actual physical strength.
Tetsu?
Maybe? No, it's too heavy.
But gravity makes it not matter.
君だ。 それじゃいよいよ始めるよ。
Oh, they haven't shown my favorite guy! The shadow guy! They haven't shown him on
Yes!
anyone's team yet!
Yes! Tokiyami.
Please let it be Tokoyami!
That almost makes you wonder, though, why he wasn't already picked for someone else's team, you know?
Bloody battle, jeez. Oh, it's 10 million.
Yeah,
Yes!
yeah,
Yes!
yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh! Yes! Okay, I've always wanted Tokoyami
Yeah.
and Deku to team up. This is great. And they have Uraraka.
Yep. Uh-huh.
轟君は氷と熱で攻撃、牽制ということか。いや、
Just ice.
戦闘において左は絶対使わ
Yep, yep.
Wow,
Told
dude,
ya.
you're on fire. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of teams with no points. Oh, there, the purple haired guy again.
Yep.
恨みっこなしだぞ。
さあ行くぜ。残虐バトルロイヤルカウントダウン。
Battle Royale.
狙いは
2、
一つ。
1。スタート。
All right, here we go.
逃げの一手。
させんな。切れ。
Oh,
何これ。
沈んでる。あの人の個性か。
ugh,
Okay.
I like it.
うららかさん、
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. He's so good.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, he's a tank.
Are they just a two-person team?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, it's Sue.
Brilliant.
さすがね緑谷ちゃん
That is awesome.
All the sticky things.
Right, because she could take theirs off from a distance.
Oh. Yeah, you can't let that happen again.
Yeah. Wow.
Bakugo's leaving the
Okay, Iron Man.
formation.
That's super risky though, because he has the band.
Isn't that cheating though? That's pretty cool though.
Dang.
Oh, and then the tape guy pulls him back.
Oh, gotcha. Since he was in the air, it was okay.
Gotcha.
片足だけだと制御が難しくて
Oh, a lot of teams have no points.
ちょっと待てよこれ
I'll bet you Todoroki has like all of them.
A 組緑谷以外パッとしてねえってか爆豪あれ
単純なんだよ A 組
Yeah, going for second to fourth place.
Uh-huh.
返せ殺すぞ
ミッドナイトが第一種目と言った時点で予選段階から極端に数を減らすとは考えにくい
Yeah. 16 people for the tournament, at least.
40位以内と仮定しその順位以下にならないよう予選を走ってさ後方からライバルになる者たちの構成や
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah.
その場限りの優位に執着したってし
Yeah.
That's true.
安ぐるみか
まあ全員のそういった
As a
わけじゃない
class,
から
that's
いいや
genius.
Yeah.
人参ぶら下げた馬みたいにかりそめの頂点を狙うよりさあとついでに君有名人だよね
It's making Bakugo look so
Yeah.
stupid.
今度参考に聞かせてよ年に一度ヴィランに襲われる気持ちってのをさ
That also makes them a target though, since they have so many.
テクの前にこいつら全員
みんな逃げ切りがやりやすくなって
Maybe not. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
残り時間半分を切ったぞ
Oh boy.
そううまくは
You can just freeze them all.
いよいよ騎馬戦は後半戦に突
Oh, it's second half, second episode.
Right, right.
Yeah.
優勢の中果たして1000万ポイントは誰にご褒美を垂れるのかそろそろ取るぞ
All right, strategy, strategy, strategy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I like the team comps.
Yes. That was
I'm
very
really
cool.
glad that they got Uraraka and Deku on the same team again. It's not like I think that because they have some kind of chemistry that they have to be on the same team and stuff, but I really feel like that gives Uraraka more opportunity to develop as a character.
Yes, because it's basically giving her more screen time.
Exactly.
I
I called it Tokoyami. Actually, in fact, we called so many things.
Yeah.
Let's go over the list. He's not using fire,
Right.
because of something related
Because
to
it's related to his dad
the Fire
somehow.
Lord
Yeah.
Endeavor. Iida didn't join them,
yeah.
because he feels like he's in Deku's shadow. Yeah,
Yep.
that's so good because we could go into that there. But what else do we call Tokoyami?
Obviously, yes, and then
was
obviously Kirishima being on Bakugo's team.
Obviously that made sense as well. Mineta started to get useful there, but I don't think we kind of called anything with that.
But I have to say that's probably my favorite comp, just because like the idea that you have those two people in there, and they're just like
because they're effectively also covering their headband.
Right.
They can't lose it unless they break the tank structure.
In fact, once they get one, they can't lose it either. So if they take someone else's, they've got it until that structure is broken.
So does that basically mean that they're all going to make it into the tournament?
Probably. I couldn't see them getting eliminated.
But what if they're not high enough in the rankings?
Well, I could only see that happening if they failed to get any. But
besides their own.
If they get just one, then it's pretty much guaranteed that they'll be moving forward.
But some of the team point headbands were pretty low.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that. I thought it was scaled up for everybody so that
No.
But I guess it's just
I think
person.
you said something during the point when they were describing the rules and you got the points thing a little bit mixed up.
Probably.
The person who's the writer is wearing a headband that's the total point value of all the players on that team.
Right.
And that's that.
Right. But when they were originally talking about it, I thought they were going to make it so that okay, Deku's at the top with his 10 million points, and then Todoroki's next with 5 million or something.
Oh,
and
no.
That it would go down like that.
Yeah, they didn't say anything like that.
No, so what do you think is their logic behind making it so that, what kind of lessons are they trying to teach the kids?
They said so throughout the episode.
Oh, well.
They're trying to show the pressure of what it's like to be at the top.
Yes.
And also what it means to work together with people that you are in direct competition with, which is what the heroes have to do with based upon how the society of heroes is built.
Yes.
So that because they're doing this for work, for money, it's effectively a constant kind of not dog eat dog world, but it's kind of a
a little bit.
When they're collaborating, they're almost forced to because the situation is too dire.
Right.
But other than that, there's a lot of times where the heroes are stealing the thunder of other heroes, like what Mountain Lady did to the wood guy.
Yeah. And that also would reinforce the notion of if someone was really close to being first place, but then just got second, like Endeavor, for instance, they might harbor a bit more of a grudge than normal.
Right. Also, them saying that if you succeed when you're grouped up and teamed up with other heroes, you're effectively bringing them all with you into that success. So you're sharing the rewards.
Right.
So what that means is that, you can be a good-natured and good-hearted hero and help other heroes as well, but you won't make as much money as someone who...
That's true.
That goes into the whole economics of things. There's ways you probably could, but you will have to share the rewards is what the point they're making there. But now, specifically, Deku got the whole pressure thing for, what All Might has to deal with right at the beginning of the episode. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was great that they pointed that out. Because,
what were you going to say?
Just that, in a way, though, Deku and his team, they don't actually need to beat the other teams. They just need to keep their own points and then they win.
Them, basically.
Yeah. But of course, since they're going up against just about everybody, that'll be tough.
Right. Yeah.
What was the other part that stood out? Just how Todoroki was able to just pick all the best people.
Well, I kind of called that, but I didn't say who. So cream of the crop is what I used to describe the team that Todoroki would get.
He definitely
got that.
Yeah.
In terms of, I think all the people that he picked served a specific purpose.
Right.
Iida is actually the one that kind of surprised me. Iida seems like the kind of person that is the most determined for his of the three there that aren't Todoroki. So he can kind of count on his ability to be useful in a variety of ways, but also in the fact that he's going to be a driving force for them to win.
Right. Well, because this is a speed battle.
Yeah.
So he can carry Todoroki.
True. Meaning no one could outrun them, basically.
Exactly.
The electricity guy, I'm a little bit worried about him discharging his electricity into them, though.
But that's why they have Momo.
So what she's going to do is basically constantly seal them off from his own electricity, but then he'll just channel it straight into the ground.
Or he could be channeling it into other people.
So the reason why I think it's a little bit more complicated than that is because he's going to have to be physically touching them.
But he did that thing before where he just, like, electrocuted all of the villains nearby in the end of season 1, and Momo had the insulating tarp over them.
So that's their trump card they're going to play at the very end.
Exactly, because then when everyone's knocked out, they could just run around and grab everybody's headbands.
Gotcha. So if all goes wrong for them at the very last, like, 10 seconds or 30 seconds or something, they'll insulate electricity AoE, get as many headbands as they can, including the 10 million.
Yep.
10,325 or something.
Right.
Okay, I like that. I like that idea. I feel like Todoroki's weakness is actually his defense, though. I feel like Momo, or Yayozoro, or I'm just going to mix up the name of stuff, has a great potential to give decent defense, but I don't think she has, great defense.
I think Iida's actually their best defense.
Well, he mentioned that he was going to give some defense, but I don't even think Iida has that great of defense. It's that Iida can dodge things.
Right, he's fast. Yeah.
He's fast. But I don't even think they're ready for him accelerating that quickly.
Sure.
Like, they got to think about the G's. Their necks could just snap back and, they're all dead. So they have to figure out some way to keep that from, being a problem.
Yeah.
Maybe Momo makes them all little, like, head neck rests things, like, instantly put them all back to their necks, and then they're like, all right, we're going fast, and then and then just go. Okay, so May the support class.
Yes.
Inventor.
That was cool. That
going straight to the person with 10 million, because if all the cameras are on him,
it's marketing.
It's marketing.
I loved that. I thought that was just amazing because, like, I mean, if you think about it, if you're just wanting fame, just showing up at the tournament and putting yourself in a position where the cameras are going to be watching you is all you need. And she's also putting herself in the position where they're going to have to struggle the most because everyone's after them. So
if her stuff works,
then that's even better.
That's even better. It's showing the devices in use and being used effectively. Yeah, that's pretty clever.
And the fact that...
And poor Uraraka, not getting the recognition because she's making their whole comp doable.
Right.
Like, without her, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like, a jetpack carrying 14... No. They wouldn't even go far faster or anything.
Right.
But if they're only... if the only real weight is Uraraka and, like, a little bit of ancillary things like the equipment itself... That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And Uraraka is showing that she has almost no time limit on the zero gravity effects on other things.
Yeah.
Meaning that literally her only weakness about it is that she has to touch them, and when it's used on herself, it's not that easy to do.
Right. Or either that or that she's just gotten a lot better at it since...
Well, but it hasn't been really much time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But what I think they're showing is that Uraraka has a very large range of potential that we haven't seen fully yet.
Yes. One of the things that I was a bit curious about is that I would have expected Todoroki to pick Tokiyami.
I kind of expected that too.
I would have expected that too. So what I'm curious about is, because it's sort of like a shadowy demon type thing, is it one of those things where his quirk is not looked at in a positive light?
I was thinking that.
Maybe it is actually something where one of his parents became a villain or something like that.
There's a possibility, because I'm trying to think about it from the standpoint of, what is the quirk?
Right.
Like, we don't know what it is.
He just has some other being with
which
him.
Seems a little bit out there, and I'm fine just say, like, oh yeah, it's a thing, it's there. But once they try to if they ever try to explain it, I think it's either going to fall apart or it's just to be the coolest thing ever. Because
one of the interesting things I'd be wanting to see is that most everybody has some sort of weakness with their quirk. Todoroki's one of the few that
we don't know
really
Tokoyami's weakness?
Yeah, we don't know Tokoyami's weakness. And what kind of weakness could there be when you just have a secondary being that is with you?
Loss of control.
Right, that would be the obvious one.
Is something that strains the relationship between the two of them.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything off the bat and stuff. But I'm guessing Tokoyami being associated with Deku will make it into the tournament.
Yeah.
Which means we're guaranteed to see Tokoyami fight at least one fight
Sure.
where they could delve in a little bit more into his quirk.
Which would be awesome.
But yeah, with Tokoyami's quirk being what it is, seeing him actually fight in the tournament, there's potential for him to go really far.
Yes.
Like, really far in the tournament.
And
I don't know whose quirk even beats him. Does Ice, can you freeze a shadow?
yeah,
Like...
And here's something else that's interesting. We haven't actually seen him fight somebody yet. The most we've seen is what we've seen this episode, which doesn't involve him attacking at all. It's just blocking the
No. We've seen him at USJ. We saw one part where he leads...
Yes. And then he just crushes the guy.
Crushes them against the wall. It's like...
Yeah. But, like, we could get some pretty brutal stuff happening in this tournament. Like, I would very much like to see that basically... they're, because they're using their quirks, there aren't punches being blown, so there's like a full medical team to like help the people recover and basically keep people from dying. That would be really awesome if they went into that.
Yeah. Okay, shifting focus. Todoroki. We were right. You were right.
Yeah,
you were right. So should we just wait to see? Because
yes.
I think we don't really have anything more to discuss than what we've already said, and there wasn't anything new that was added to this other than that we confirmed that it is he doesn't use fire because
he chooses
X.
not to.
He chooses not to because of something related to his father.
And that made me think of one of the things that you often talk about when like thinking of like coming up with characters and stuff is that basically too often people focus on what characters can and can't do,
right?
Which revolving around like abilities and powers and things like that, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to focusing on what they will and won't do.
Yes.
Which it generally just makes for much cooler like interactions and everything. And they're doing that with this, like straight up, which I think is really cool.
Okay, so if he won't use his fire, or as he calls it, his left.
Yeah.
Does that mean Todoroki can't win the tournament? They're basically setting him up to like not being able to win the tournament unless he uses his fire.
Possibly. Oh, okay, I could see. All right,
because Todoroki is my bet to win.
Right. Todoroki
hands down.
Yeah, because they could make Deku win, but
they've been setting it up for Todoroki to win since season 1.
Like I'm totally guessing that like Deku's gonna get like second place, right?
Okay.
But since the three main people we have three main people, Todoroki, Deku, and Bakugo for the tournament. So that means one of them isn't making it to the finals.
Yep. So one of them has to lose early on.
And the one that it makes sense for that to be is Bakugo. The question of if he's going to fight Todoroki or Deku, that's up in the air. But if he did fight Todoroki...
Yeah. But the other thing is that because there's 3 of them, here's the combinations you can think of this right here, is that all 3 of them are on one side of the bracket, or 2 of them are on one side of the bracket and the one is on the other.
Right.
Which means
it would have to be one person on the other side, otherwise we wouldn't have 2 of them in the finals.
You're right. Oh shoot. So that means it's guaranteed to be a fight. I mean, hold on. It could be something different.
It could be,
but we can smell the shonen stuff like from a mile away. Those 3 characters, 2 of them are going to be in the finals.
Right.
Just it makes sense,
and it's probably going to be Todoroki and Deku. Let's be real.
I mean, I don't want Deku to win because I like Deku, I do, but
it needs to be an underdog story.
It needs to be he needs to earn it.
Yes.
And I don't feel like him beating them
just because he can do one for all. Going
to be he's earning it. So whoops, sorry, taking that out. If it's Deku and Bakugo at the end.
If it's Deku and Bakugo,
I almost feel like Bakugo would win based on his prediction of the, I'm gonna number 1, I'm gonna win it all.
Possibly.
And Deku would lose because he can't bring himself to hurt Bakugo.
That could be a thing.
If it's Todoroki and Deku, I feel like the Todoroki fight will it'll be Todoroki hands down.
And
if it's Todoroki and Bakugo, Todoroki's going to smash Bakugo, completely obliterate him, and then Bakugo will have that chance to change and have that development and stuff.
And okay, I could totally see this happening. I don't know if they will or not, but I could see something where basically Bakugo pushes Todoroki, and he pushes Todoroki to the point where Todoroki actually uses his left side.
Then he'll win.
Right, and then he'll win, but it'll be this thing where like Bakugo will be all like built up on like, oh yeah, my quirk's great, I can create these explosions. And then Todoroki beats him at his own game, and that's just half of his quirk, and that could be a way that they just totally destroy Bakugo like mentally, so that way he really says, yes, I need to change, I need to I need to actually grow and all that.
So that would be even more of a just a middle finger to Bakugo, because he's unable to actually, he's not even fighting full strength Todoroki.
Right, exactly.
And that's a very Vegeta type thing, which Bakugo is kind of a Vegeta character. The rival that wants to be strong and is constantly angry and
has spiky hair.
Okay, so which teams do you think are going to win in this cavalry battle? Like, get the highest? Is it just going to be straight up the three?
I'm not sure, but I think the other person in the semifinals is going to be Iida.
Oh, the other person in the semifinals.
So here's my prediction. Here's my prediction. Todoroki
and
and Deku are going to be the finals. Todoroki's going to beat Bakugo in the semifinals.
Okay.
Deku will have to beat Iida in the semifinals.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Like, they're setting it up that way,
no,
right?
You're right. They kind of are.
Like,
oh.
And it's going to suck.
It's going to be
and it's
so
going to be
good.
awful, but it's going to be so good.
Oh. Okay. So that means that Uraraka is going to be in the tournament as well.
She just won't make it to the semifinals.
Tokoyami is going to be in it as well.
Right.
But what you're also saying is that Tokoyami gets beaten by one of the four people.
Yeah, he might. Maybe he'll get beaten by Todoroki early on. Because he's one of those people that it would make sense for him to get farther.
It hypes up Todoroki because it's like Tokoyami's so strong. They actually have a good fight.
Right.
But Todoroki just destroys him.
Yeah.
Because the weakness Tokoyami has is that his physical body is a physical body, and he's not a shadow.
Well, right. Well, of course, Todoroki has that weakness too.
Yeah, but then it's a question of whose power coming from their body is stronger, and it's Todoroki. What about Uraraka? She's gonna lose in her first fight too.
So the question is, will she lose to? I think she's gonna lose to Iida.
Oh, why you hurt?
Because
why must you hurt me this way?
It'll be just sick and awful, but it'll be amazing.
I actually don't think Iida could beat Uraraka.
Oh yeah.
I actually think because Iida's quirk is speed related, she just has to touch him.
No, but he can still move himself when he's in the air. That's the thing, because he has actual propulsion.
Yeah, but I don't think he's actually going to be able to control it. Even though he had kind of practice, that would be a good hinting towards that. Like, their quirks would be used in tandem like that.
Because here's the thing.
Can we actually skip ahead real quick?
Yes.
I wanna focus this more because we're kind of rambling a bit. But we still haven't talked about purple hair mind powers guy. He did the same thing. I swear I saw the eyes on the people that were in his little cavalry thing. Mm-hmm. He was the writer again.
Yeah.
And their eyes were weird, and he had a creepy smile. What's gonna happen if he makes it to the tournament? Yeah. I almost think they have. Okay, come on. Why set this character up and not take him to the tournament? They haven't
he's
given
absolutely
any
going
payoff,
to the tournament.
Which means he's gonna be at the tournament.
He could be one of Bakugo, or
which means
Deku's
he has to
earlier
lose
villains,
at the
or earlier opponents.
Sure, that's pretty stereotypical. Who else would we want to see him paired against with? Like maybe see him beat someone, and then he loses in the second battle.
I would actually like to see him fight Bakugo,
and Bakugo just beats him.
Yeah. And
maybe Bakugo's sheer anger and force of will like snaps him out of the telepathy or something.
Yep. Yeah.
He does his thing to him, and Bakugo's just like, "What the hell? What is this?" And
you dare try to do that to me?
He just gets so angry.
Yep.
And the guy's like, "What is this guy's mind? Oh my god!" And then he just snaps out of it, and then just boom, one hit.
Yep.
fight over. That could be good. Oh, that could be good. But that would kind of suck, too, because, it's Bakugo beating him, right?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But,
I just don't want to see Deku have to beat Uraraka.
That would...
The only one I'm going to be really pissed if they have that be a fight.
There's just some lines you don't cross?
Yeah, why do that? You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to write that. There's much cleverer things that you can do for
Well, then you could have
purposes.
Iida have to beat Uraraka. That would suck. Well, because you don't want Uraraka to go up against, like, Bakugo, right? That would just... I mean, I guess they could do that. But...
I just want Uraraka to win something. I want her to, at the very least, be noticed. And everyone seems to be forgetting her. And she's such a good character. And it's not that she's just some Mary Sue that has, like, a good-natured thing. She has reasons for this.
Yep. But that'll make it even better when she does fight.
I don't know. It just seems like people... Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because she'll be like, no, I'm not.
So she's guaranteed to get into the tournament now because she's on Deku's team. By the laws of plot conventions, she has to. Which means that she's going to get to fight. Which means we could see her do something really cool with her quirk. I want to see her just send someone up out of the whole Coliseum thing. And her just being like, if you want to come back... do
you want to come back quickly? Or
slowly. Basically anyone that's melee is going to have a real problem with her. I mean, that's why I think it would suck to have her fight someone like Tokoyami.
Yes.
Because he would just wreck her. But I also hope they don't have a thing where it's like girls have to fight the girls, you know?
Oh,
and like she fights Momo, for instance.
Right, or May, or... Yeah.
Something dumb like that. I want to see quirky combinations of fights. Things that we don't expect. And I would like to see something that we don't expect even with the Final Four. Because I feel like this is what it has to be. But if they show something that kind of surprises us, I think we should be able to predict it because they're going to do it, pretty faithful to the strength and usefulness of the quirks. But I can't wait to do a little March Madness thing with you. And like once we get to see the brackets all lined up as to who against who. That'll be a lot of fun. Awesome. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, guys, this has been great discussion. We're gonna hold the other theory stuff for a future video when we get more info on stuff like what's Todoroki's whole deal with his dad. What are the brackets gonna be? Who wins the cavalry battle? All that stuff. But next week, Friday. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.